Hi! So I've just checked in for my flight. This is a crazy Japan trip. 5 days, 4 cities. Everyone told me it's ridiculous, including ChatGPT. It is super ambitious, but I'm traveling alone, so I'm not subjecting anyone else to my crazy itinerary. Have you seen that video on Insta where this lady is just rushing everyone through a crazy vacation trip?
Okay, we're gonna need to hustle to stay on schedule. We're gonna need to hustle. They say the whole thing takes 2 hours. We're gonna do it in 1. Yeah, it's the Hollywood sign, but we gotta keep going. That house is featured in La La Land. We really don't have time for that. We really don't. Okay, I need you to stand up. I didn't schedule in time to relax.
That is me. I am her. So I'm flying into Osaka, Kansai Airport, and I'm flying out from Tokyo Narita. So these 5 days is just, can I get from Osaka to Tokyo in 5 days? Of course you can. It's a 4-day hike. I'm kidding. I will be taking the Shinkansen. I do have some goals for the trip, and one of the goals is to take a picture of every food item that I've consumed. I feel like that's gonna be a huge downfall because it's really challenging. Sometimes I just get so excited that the food is here that I just eat it immediately, you know? Yeah, so let's just try and work on that. Also resisting the urge to have that because I will be able to have authentic Japanese cuisine in like 6-7 hours. So yeah, let's not. So we have arrived in Osaka. The sun is really bright now. It's like 5 p.m. and the lighting. So accommodations have been settled. We have checked into the hotel and now we are on our way to Osaka Castle where we hopefully can watch the sunset from there. Apparently it is a very well-known thing to do there, so I'm hoping to catch that there. This is the Osaka National History Museum. Amazing architecture. Alright, we are here at Osaka Castle. Here it is. It's basically this structure in an island on like a moat. The moat is gigantic. I mean the castle itself is gigantic too. It looks really nice. Just been having some snacks here and drinking lots of water because the weather is, it's not terrible. It's like 35 degrees, which is comparable to what we have back at home. Yeah, looks really good. It's a very good view. It's a very nice place to be. So we're here until sunset, so hopefully we can catch that. And let me show you the colors of the sky. Okay, we are just about leaving Osaka Castle Park grounds. Still trying to film this while there's still a bit of light left in the sky. We did stay for sunset. It wasn't quite as dramatically beautiful as the pictures I've seen, but it's alright. Now we're on our way to Dotonbori. Let's go! So the walk out and into Osaka Castle is about 1.4 km to the nearest train station, JR rail station, and there are people who are actually jogging this route, so it's really healthy living, you know. Alright, that's pretty much the final stop of the day. We are at Umeda Sky Observatory deck. Okay, I'm not on the deck, I'm not paying to go in. It's about 173 meters up. Yeah, so it's pretty impressive. Yeah, so we are here pretty much in Osaka city center and it's been great. It's been amazing. I had a lot of food in Dotonbori, and can I just say that I really love the train, the rail network in here in Japan, or at least Osaka as I've experienced it right now, because all you really need to know is like what line you're on, what direction you're going towards, and like how many stops and which carriage to stand at, and like it is pretty robotic, but like it is the most optimized and most efficient experience. So I'm all for that. So it's been nice. I did accomplish my goal here in Osaka, which is to eat takoyaki ball. Yeah, so that's nice. And yeah, tomorrow we will go to the fish market in the morning before we head off to Nara. So on the way back to the hotel, I managed to get this magnificent stamp from Osaka main station. And while it's not a goal to collect all the stamps of the stations that I've been through, it's just cool to try and collect as many as possible because it's a nice reminder of where I've been and they're so pretty. Good morning. We are up bright and early with coffee we got from yesterday. It's 6 a.m. This is how 6 a.m. looks like in Osaka. The sun rises really early, so the day starts really early. So we're on our way to the fish market now, hopefully to get some fresh fish like salmon or something. Yeah. We are too early for the train. Okay, at least some exits don't open until 7 a.m. We have arrived at Nara, the city of Nara. This is not Nara Park yet. So over there is the Nara Prefectural Cultural Hall. Yeah, and there are deer right across the street. So you might hear children screaming every now and then because apparently they have been touching the deer. There's quite a bit of a crowd there. So I did leave Osaka a bit early. Nara is just like literally a stone's throw away, so it doesn't take very long to get here, about an hour. The hotel isn't ready yet, so I dropped off my bags and I took out some essential items. So the essential items included my stamp book but not my wallet. So I do have some spare cash on me, so that's fine. So I went back to Nara station to ask if they had a station stamp like the one we had in Osaka. And the lady was very enthusiastic and just waved me into the paid area. You know, I had already left and came back. But yeah, she just waved me back into the paid area where the stamps were. There were two stamps, one big one which was quite faded, and then a smaller one. Yeah. So I have those stamps now. Oh my god, look over there in the distance, there is a Japanese flag. So one of the other goals of this trip is to return back home with a Japanese flag, a small one with a stick so that I can wave it around. Yeah, I like to collect physical flags of countries that I've been to, so it's quite hard to find. Like during my Hong Kong Macau trip, we couldn't find any flags at all, and when I Google Maps flags, like it brought me to an actual flag store, like those that are like 1 meter, 2 meters long, so that's pretty scary. Did not expect to see deer so soon. I mean, right now we're just waiting for the hotel to be ready, so I'm thinking of checking out some items that I wanted to get to after check-in, but like not Nara Park. We intended to go to the other temple first before that. Yeah, the deer presented itself. Deer is here, it's getting closer, and if I can clock my goal of touching the deer, why not, right? It's literally getting closer. Let's go and touch it. Hello. So majestic. Not afraid of people at all. I'm just walking with deer. Where is it going? Hello. No? Oh, oh, oh. It's a pine cone. And there's plenty in the grass as well. So cool. Hi! So we are in Nara now. The hotel provided this. I'm not wearing this out, okay? This is like some sort of pajamas. The room is kind of messy right now because I'm hanging a few things to dry, having some sort of a mini laundry session, so I'm not gonna show you the room. Osaka was a mess. I totally forgot to record anything at the Kuromon Ichiba fish market. But I had a good meal. It was a really lively and bustling market, alright? Not just raw ingredients, but like the ready-to-eat food as well. And it's very interesting to see how the vendors like make improvised space for you to dine in and eat there, so you don't have to take away the food. Yeah, so the idea is that you can consume it fresh lah. So, okay, the reason we're in Nara, we have a hotel at Nara, is because I wanted to take the path least taken by man. Most people go through Kyoto and stay at Kyoto, the cultural capital of Japan, which would be the more sensible option. But I wanted to be novel and unconventional. And there are cheaper accommodations here at Nara. This room is only $80 and I have my own private bathroom with a bathtub, so that's pretty amazing. So instead, what we're gonna do is to kind of just transit through Kyoto while on the way to Tokyo. I'm not staying at Kyoto at all, just passing through. So tomorrow will be a super early day while we try and catch like the Kyoto stuff. So in Nara, the main goal is to touch a deer, which I kind of already did, but okay, I want more pictures of me touching deer later. And there is also a temple that we can visit, so later on we will go there. We'll go there first, then go to the Nara Deer Park. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Are you gonna be my new best friend? Hello. New best friend. Hi. So that was Nara Park. We are still kind of in Nara Park right now. We're just in a different part of it. Less deer, just somewhere a bit more peaceful. I watched multiple people get attacked by deer, which was pretty amusing. I didn't buy any of the biscuits or the deer crackers that they had because I didn't want to spend extra money. The park itself is not all that glam actually. There's like deer poop everywhere. In fact, there's one right next to where we're seated right now. And like the whole place just smells like the zoo. So it's not like that pleasant of an experience. But like the novelty of it combined with like the fact that like you see how the locals really interact with the deer like by not interacting with them. I almost wanted to ask the deer cracker vendors like how they fend off the deer from attacking them, because it seems like they would do that a lot. Good morning. It is 4:30 a.m. I'm pretty sure the sun is already up. I don't have a view of the outside, so I've checked. Yeah, but so the curtains are gonna remain closed. But we have no time to ponder. Today is the crazy day, alright? So we're starting the day off in Nara and we're gonna end up in Tokyo. But before that, we're gonna go through Kyoto. So we're gonna just spend like about 4 to 5 hours there, depending on whether I catch the first train at 5:19 a.m. So we are gonna go there soon. Let me have my breakfast first. Breakfast is an onigiri with cafe latte, different brand. This is 7-Eleven. Yeah. So what we're gonna do now, since we don't have a room, we don't have accommodations in Kyoto, right? I'm just gonna use the coin lockers at Kyoto Station to store the bigger, bulkier part of my luggage. We'll just throw the whole bag in there with all my clothes and laundry. And then we will try and explore the bamboo forest and then hopefully get some lunch there. Or rather, second breakfast before we board the Shinkansen at 1:30. So that part is important. That is the thing we cannot miss. So we have to be back at Kyoto main station at 1 p.m. by 1 p.m. That is very important. It's red salmon and salt. Very good. I just did a final walkthrough of my whole room and bathroom. I think we're done. There's nothing left to do but to actually go. It's scary. And I don't know if I'll screw up anything, but let's hope not and let's go. Yay! The sun is up at 4:50 a.m. Here's the thing I learned about being in Japan in general. Like, they are really precise down to the minute. So if you are taking the train from this platform and there is a train on it, like let's say you're taking the 5:22 train, right? There is another train on it at 5:10, like minutes before that, right? That's likely not your train, so like don't take that. Look where we are now. Here we are at the bamboo grove or bamboo forest. This is the Kyoto goal, so take it that it has been accomplished before 7 a.m. Amazing. I didn't think I would make it in time for this, but I'm so glad I did. It's really as beautiful as it has been described, and the whole forest is like on a hillside, so do prepare for a bit of a hike to get up here. Alright, bamboo forest done. The cicadas are really loud here. Alright, so now we have a few more hours before we have to leave Kyoto, so I'm feeling a bit ambitious. So now the next train to the Torii Gate leaves in 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to get back to the station. there's like no one here at this stretch. Don't be afraid of like people around or whatever. The compound is so much bigger than it seems. You would definitely find a stretch with like no people, so you can have all the torii gates to yourself and take your photos there. It's really nice. This part of it is darker, more sheltered, more shaded by the foliage and trees. So I want to stay here until Cafe Vermilion opens, and that's 9:30, so that's an hour away. So let's see. Why am I hiking this? Endless stairs. Let's see how it goes. So we were just supposed to wait for the cafe to open, but me being me decided that it would be a great idea to hike Mount Inari. I was like, how tall is it even? It's only 233 meters. How tall is Bukit Timah even? It's 180 plus. So like that's comparable, right? No, it's like a half an hour up, half an hour journey up. Okay, but regardless, we made it. The summit was underwhelming, like the view was underwhelming, but there is a shrine there, so people are encouraged to pay offerings and stuff. Now we're just on our way down, and hopefully we make it to the cafe as it is opening, so we can just chill there for a bit. The views, the vibes on the way down, definitely different from on the way up. It's more relaxing to go down, and the view is different. Like you can see everything a bit more clearly, and it's not apprehensive and uncertain like on the way up, where you don't even see like what's beyond the next step, you know, the next flight of steps.
적당이라는 게 있어요. 시간적. 좀 더 오래 있어야 되는 거 아니에요? 전방이라는 게 있어요.
This isn't a great photo of me, but it is a great photo of the lady in front of me as we descended the Shibuya Sky escalator, so I just thought it would be nice to add it here. Good morning! So peak hour in Japan is 7 to 9, so we are early to beat the crowd. Huge. So we are here at Sensoji. This is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Tokyo and is located right here in Asakusa. It's known for like its big lanterns. So just now we passed by a gate that has a very big lantern like this one. So this is the pagoda with the golden spire. That's the entrance where we came from with a few of the big lanterns. This is the main temple. You can see the big lantern right here. And that is Tokyo Sky Tree in the distance. So I kind of want to take the train to Ueno Park, but it is peak hour now, so I'm not sure how crowded it will be or whether I can assimilate into the Tokyo crowd. I think that's as much as this temple has to offer for me. I'm gonna make a move now, admire all the scenery on the way out. Today is my only full day in Tokyo, so we're gonna make the best of it. We are going to be collecting stamps mostly. We already accomplished our Tokyo goal. We need to get a flag of Japan. That is still an unaccomplished goal. If you're wondering if I just left my camera there to illustrate the scale of the lantern with my body, yes, I did that. I became that obnoxious vlogger. So this is just a row of shops that are capitalizing on the Sensoji, the presence of the temple over here. And you can buy a lot of things like here. And most of it are not open yet because it's a bit too early, which I'm thankful for because apparently it can get quite crowded here. We are at Ueno Park. So this is a park that's very well known for, like currently it's well known for its greenery, but during cherry blossom season it's well known for its cherry blossoms. As you can see, it is not cherry blossom season right now. And there is still quite a bit of like human traffic coming from the nearby train station because technically it's still rush hour at 8:45, which means that the sun is starting to become really hot, which is why I'm in the shade right now. There is also a zoo, like Ueno Zoo, is in the park as well, so that's kind of interesting. I'm not going in. I see a Starbucks in the distance, so maybe I can go there and just chill out for a bit. Before it gets too hot to do anything, I might go back to the hotel room or maybe stop by Akihabara. Yeah, it's nice to be here. Now I know where it is, and next time during cherry blossom season we can come back and see it in its glory of cherry blossom. I mean, it may not be cherry blossom season now, but a bit of video editing can make it look like it is. river. The river is here. It's not that much of a scenic view, like you can just barely see the river and the bridges that span across it, but it's still nice. So we are on our way to Starbucks Reserve Roastery at Tokyo Shibuya. I know there's already one at Jugo Changi Airport, but this is different. This is overseas. So we're just walking down Meguro River. It's really nice. It's actually 7:10 a.m. and the sun is already like this. Today is also the last day in Japan. I'm flying off later at 5, which means I should be at the airport around 2. Yeah. Do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah, we see it. So the Reserve Roastery is 4 stories tall. They roast the beans right here. I was talking to the staff about the one in Singapore, and I told them it was quite small. The next biggest one is in Shanghai. It's really nice. Look at the vibes here. I need to complain. Yes, complain about the station stamps, the icky stamps. So the icky stamps are a JR creation. They originated from each of the train stations on this line, but ever since, other lines have also created their own stamps, many of them which are bigger and more extravagant than the JR ones. Alright, so many attractions around Japan and surrounding countries like Taiwan, Macau, have these too. So here's some from Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Macau Tower, and Ueno Park. Not the station, but the park. Yeah, so the JR East ones are really designed as one set, so they all have the same general design. Here's a poster showing all the JR stamps, so to collect them all, you really only need to steal one of these posters. The experience I got when hunting them down was really different compared to the JR West ones. So I came from Osaka to Kyoto and then finally to Tokyo here. Those are considered the JR West stations. So they use the Ikoka card compared to the Suica here. They are interchangeable and compatible, so I thankfully didn't have to buy a Suica card. So the thing about the stamps is, why is there only one physical stamp per station? And the stations are huge, you know, there's at least like 9 exits that I know of in Ikebukuro. Okay, so how many exits? No, that is a lie, okay? Like, the east side has like north, central, and south, okay? So there's at least 9. So for all of the JR East stations, it's like a wild goose chase, okay? I had to ask the staff, not all of them spoke English, and they had to tell me that it's all on the exact opposite side of the station from where I'm at, so I had to slowly make my way over there. I got lost in Tokyo Station, and it matters whether you're in the paid or unpaid area of the station. You know, sometimes I already tapped out, so that was an issue. Why can't they be more like Kyoto, for example? So Kyoto has quite a few scattered all around the stations. In fact, the Tourist Information Center has their own stamp as well. Shibuya Sky doesn't have a stamp, which was quite a surprise. TMG has a stamp. They have 2. They're really beautiful and really big. At Nara Kintetsu Station, the staff totally let me back into the paid area with no question. So for some other lines, not all of them have stamps. The Ginza line that runs to Asakusa, the big lantern, did not have a stamp. I thought I would be able to get like a big lantern stamp, but no. So at Shinjuku Station, I spent too much time tracking down the stamp for the Odakyu line, but it's beautiful compared to the JR one. Yeah, okay, so that is all for my rant for the stamps. I wish the JR East area could be more understanding, like, you know, the tourists travel all over for it and they're all in the unpaid area, so you can't just like take one train all the way down the entire line to amass all the stamps. You know, you actually have to either spend some money to tap out or like find a reason to be at the station in order to collect the stamp, which I suppose is the spirit of the stamp collection process, you know. But oh well, okay. We're here now. I have all these stamps and quite happy with my progress, and I have to go now. I have to check out now. Goodbye! Also, I just realized the bottles are actually 10-20 ml? A little more than 1 liter? Like, why? Why do you do this, Japan? Alright, we have just checked in here in Narita. Why does the airport have an art gallery? Icky stamp, icky stamp. Got it. We asked a nice lady, and she was telling me that it is next to the sushi place. So we're going there. Sushi number 80. Sushi place. Alright, should be here somewhere. She said it's before the observation deck though, so I'm not gonna go in. Okay, there it is, there it is. Okay, okay, we got this. Wow, it's really hot here. Alright, here we go. What is this? Wow. Okay, so apart from this, apparently there are 3 more beyond the check-in counter. Oh, that's pretty faint, but it'll do. Yeah! Hi! Were we expecting a 2-year time jump? Yes, it is now July 2025 and this trip happened in July 2023. So yes, it did take about 2 years to edit on and off my free time. I have been back to Japan in 2024 and again this year, early this year in 2025. So when I was there in 2024, I was at the Sensoji temple a bit later in the morning, so the crowd was really there at that time. For completeness, I did manage to get the 3 stamps beyond the airport check-in counter, so here they are. Yeah. I also managed to get a Japanese flag, a Hinomaru. Yes, this was a bit of a hassle to get because like it was after Olympic season already, so there weren't a lot of like such flags for publicity available. I remember searching at the TMG building and they had a fake flag in the store, so the fake Tokyo flag. Yeah, so that's not the Tokyo flag. These are the Tokyo flags. Yeah, these are the real Tokyo flags. Yeah, but it's okay. So I asked the TMG staff about it and they were really nice. They explained patiently how to get to the nearest bookstore to try my luck and 3 different backup alternatives in case the first store didn't have what I wanted. Yeah, so they were really very nice, very helpful. I did take a picture of everything I ate, but most of it is in portrait mode instead of landscape. So I tried to keep everything in this vlog landscape as far as possible, so for consistency, you know. Yeah, the food is all in my Insta story trip highlights, which is still there. There has been many trips since then. So all this is all the food that I've consumed in the 5 days that I was there. An interesting thing I found out on this trip was about the escalators. In Osaka, people stand on the right side of the escalator, and everywhere else, Kyoto, Tokyo, everywhere else, they stand on the left. And apparently the reason was samurais. Yeah, the way they sheath their sword. Yeah, so they don't want to have the sword be in the way of like human traffic, so they stand on the right. And then everywhere else, like this didn't matter, so there weren't samurais there apparently. Yeah, so that's how it has evolved. Something I did notice on this trip, so that was very interesting. Japan is definitely very interesting. There's so much to do, see and eat. If you have a chance to do this, you should definitely go for it. And if there is one country in the world with the infrastructure solid enough for you to just wing it and plan it along as you go, this is it, like it is Japan. So yes, I hope I will get to go there again soon. I miss the food already. Yeah. And thank you so much for your attention and thank you so much for watching 45 minutes of my vlog. Yeah. I will see you next time. I am out. Goodbye. Also, the toilets were very advanced. They were very confusing. I just wanted to flush but couldn't find the flushes. Yeah, you know, so it worked out in the end. It's fine. Is it here? god, no, these are all options to wash your butt. Where is it? Is it behind? Oh my god. Where? I just want to flush. Are you sure it's not here? Who hides the flush button? Oh my god, it's on the wall here. Who would have thought?